functions and control what you do. The hind coordinates all your basic bodily functions and split it out into 4. The brainstem controls all your automatic survival functions and sends and receives information. The cerebellum keeps your balance and helps you move while giving you long-term memory. Then there's a bunch of medulla where pawns handle unconscious jobs, while the medulla keeps you alive with survival function and reflexes that it gives you. That's all there is for the hindbrain, so now we go on to mid. The midbrain coordinates the simple movements with sensory information and has two simple parts. The rectangular formation is a system of nerves that controls arousal to stimuli, sleep attentiveness, and filters information to the thalamus. Lastly, the basal ganglia lets you have some voluntary movement. Now that we are done with the midbrain, we head over to the forebrain allows for complex thought and behaviors, and is split in up to many. The thalamus is all about filtering and relaying sensory information that is not touch, smell. Then we come to the limbic system that encompasses 3 of our other parts. Hippocampus is for memory and learning, amygdala for emotion, hypothalamus is for fighting, fleeing, feeding, and fornicating. Then we come to the corpus callosum that relays information between the 2 hemispheres. Now before we can end the song, we have just a few more things. The brain has the cerebral cortex and 4 more lobes. Frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital are all the lobes, each with separate functions, and we'll mention just a few. The frontal deals with reasoning, planning, judgment, and impulse control. The parietal receives information about the somatic senses. Occipital is your visual processing, and the temporal is the hearing, smelling, and facial recognition. Now, 2 parts of the frontal lobe are the Broca's area and motor cortex. The Broca's area controls the facial muscle movements for speaking, while the motor cortex controls your voluntary movement. Next we have the primary somatosensory cortex, which is located in the parietal lobe. What it does is process and interpret sensory information related to touch, temperature, and position. Finally, the last part of the lobes that we're going to talk about is the larynx area. What it does is it's used for our language comprehension. The final part that we have for the whole brain is the cerebral cortex. What it is responsible for is the higher level processing of the human brain. Language, memory, reasoning, thought, learning, decision making, emotion, intelligence, and personality are all things that it can do.